Have you ever woken up feeling like you've already run a marathon, even before your feet hit the floor? Or perhaps you've noticed that the simple joys, the zest for life you once had, seem to have dimmed, replaced by a persistent fatigue or nagging sense of being stuck? You're not alone. In my decades of practice, I've seen countless men and women over 60 grappling with these very feelings. They come to me, often disheartened, believing that this decline is an inevitable part of aging. But what if I told you that tucked away in your very own kitchen, perhaps for years, is a tiny, unassuming natural spice, no bigger than your fingernail? That holds the key to reigniting your energy, boosting your circulation, and awakening a natural strength you might have thought was long gone. No expensive prescriptions, no unpleasant side effects, no complicated routines. Just a simple, profound truth waiting to be rediscovered. I remember a patient, Mr. Henderson, a vibrant man in his early 70s who used to be an avid gardener. He came to me feeling utterly defeated, saying, "Dr. Clark, my energy is just gone. My garden, my passion, it feels like too much effort now." He was convinced his best years were behind him. But what we're about to discuss today is the kind of simple, natural solution that can turn that story around. Just as it did for Mr. Henderson, the truth, as I've come to understand it over my 30 plus years in medicine, is that your body isn't broken. It's not designed to simply wear out and give up. Far from it. Our bodies possess an incredible innate capacity for healing, for thriving, even as we accumulate years. Think of it like a complex, finely tuned machine that over time might have had a few wires crossed or a switch flipped off due to the accumulated stresses of modern life, environmental toxins, chronic stress, poor diet, lack of restorative sleep. These aren't signs of inherent failure. They're signals that the body is simply waiting for the right prompt, the correct switch to be flipped, to heal, recharge, and function with the vitality it was always meant to. We're not talking about synthetic chemicals or fleeting fads. We're talking about something real, something natural, something that humanity has relied upon for centuries to support well-being. This isn't a passing trend you'll see on social media next week, nor is it some expensive, exclusive therapy. It's about reawakening the natural potential that already exists within you. A potential that, once unlocked, can lead many to significantly reduce their reliance on pharmaceutical enhancers. Have you ever considered that the solutions you seek might be simpler, more accessible than you've been led to believe? So, what is this remarkable spice, and how can something so simple work with such profound speed? The secret, my friends, lies in the incredibly powerful natural compounds hidden within its essential oil. The moment you introduce this spice to your mouth, these compounds are instantly released and absorbed into your bloodstream. One of the primary players here is a compound called eugenol. Now, eugenol is no ordinary nutrient. It's a natural vasodilator. Think of your blood vessels like a network of hoses delivering vital nutrients and oxygen throughout your body. As we age, these hoses, particularly the smaller capillaries and arteries, can stiffen and narrow, much like old, calcified pipes. When this happens, the flow of that life-giving blood weakens, and you start to feel the effects, a decline in physical energy, a clouding of mental clarity, and yes, even a noticeable dip in sexual vitality. But eugenol goes to work immediately, helping to relax those stiff blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more freely and efficiently. It also possesses potent anti-inflammatory properties, calming the systemic inflammation that silently erodes our health from within. Furthermore, it gently influences your nervous system, helping to bring a sense of calm, and remarkably, it can even support the natural production of testosterone, a hormone crucial for both men and women's energy, mood, and overall vitality, which often declines with age. This isn't some unproven theory. It's backed by real science, and the best part, this spice is readily available in almost every supermarket, a testament to nature's profound wisdom. Now, I understand that in an age of complex medical solutions, The idea of a simple spice offering such profound benefits might raise an eyebrow. Many of my colleagues trained in conventional medicine might initially dismiss such a notion. However, as an experienced physician, I've learned to keep an open mind and follow the evidence wherever it leads. And the growing body of research, coupled with the undeniable experiences of my patients, has made it impossible to ignore the incredible benefits of this natural compound. We are seeing a powerful convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science, validating what our ancestors intuitively knew. So, as we move forward, I'm going to break down exactly how to properly use this spice, the precise chewing method, the optimal times to incorporate it into your day, and most importantly, what tangible changes you can realistically expect to feel in 7, 14, and 30 days of consistent use. We'll also delve into how this spice specifically targets 3 of the biggest, yet often overlooked, enemies that silently drain vitality, particularly after 60. Poor circulation, the insidious grip of chronic stress, and the often debilitating impact of sleep disruption. You don't need to purchase anything expensive or complicated. All you need is the willingness to follow this simple, natural method exactly as I'll describe. Let's talk about this specific method. The 60-second clove chewing technique. Exactly. As I guide my own patients, it's deceptively simple, yet incredibly powerful when done with intention. First, you'll need 2 or 3 whole cloves. And here's a crucial distinction. We're talking about dried whole cloves, not the powdered form you might sprinkle on your pumpkin pie. While organic is always a good choice if available, any good quality dried whole clove from your local supermarket will still deliver the benefits. If you don't have any on hand, a quick trip to the spice aisle is all it takes. Once you have your cloves, place 1 or 2 at the back of your mouth, ideally between your molars. Now, gently bite down until you feel and hear a slight crack. This is the moment you're looking for, because as the clove breaks, you'll immediately taste a strong, warm, spicy oil. That, my friends, is the eugenol, and it begins working its magic instantly. Absorbed through the rich network of blood vessels. In your mouth. Think of it like a direct infusion into your system. Have you ever noticed how quickly certain medications work when placed under the tongue? This is a similar principle, harnessing the body's natural absorption pathways. After that initial crack, the next step is to allow that potent oil to spread throughout your mouth. Don't rush this process. Take a slow, deep inhale through your nose, savoring the aromatic sensation. For the first 30 seconds, simply hold the broken piece of clove in your mouth, allowing your saliva to work its wonders, dissolving and dispersing. The oil, your mouth is a highly vascular area, meaning it's rich in blood vessels, allowing for rapid absorption. This initial phase is about maximizing that direct contact. Then, after those crucial 30 seconds, you'll begin to chew gently. Not a vigorous, hard chew, but just enough to continue releasing any remaining oil from the clove. Continue this gentle chewing for another 30 seconds. The goal here is to let that oil thoroughly soak into your gums and the delicate lining of your mouth. This ensures maximum absorption of the beneficial compounds. Once the full 60 seconds are up, you have a choice. You can either swallow the softened clove remains or spit them out. Both approaches are equally effective as the primary. Benefit comes from the absorption of the oil during the chewing process. The most important thing is to stay fully present and focused for the entire 60 seconds. This isn't just a physical act. It's a mindful ritual. I've had patients tell me they feel a subtle warmth or a sense of calm within minutes, while for others, it might take a few days. But almost universally, those who commit to this simple daily habit report noticeable changes within the very first week. But don't stop there, because timing, as in so many aspects of health, truly matters. For optimal results with the clove chewing method, I strongly recommend incorporating it at 2 specific times each day. Strategically aligning with your body's natural rhythms. First, make it a habit to chew your cloves in the evening, approximately 60 minutes before you plan to go to bed. Why this specific timing? Because this is when your nervous system naturally begins its transition into a state of rest and repair. Clove contains another remarkable compound called beta-caryophyllene, which plays a crucial role here. This natural molecule helps to gently lower cortisol, that pervasive stress hormone that can keep us wired and anxious, preventing true relaxation. It also helps to relax your muscles, preparing your body for deep restorative sleep. Many people, and perhaps you're one of them, don't realize that the peak production of testosterone, a hormone vital for energy, mood, and overall vitality, doesn't happen during the day. It's actually built and replenished during the deepest phases of your sleep at night. So, if your sleep is fragmented, shallow, or insufficient, your testosterone levels will inevitably suffer. This is precisely where Clove steps in. It calms the mind, relaxes the body, significantly improves the quality of your sleep, and in doing so, indirectly supports your body's natural ability to produce more testosterone. Imagine the difference. Waking up truly rested, feeling that natural surge of morning energy. The second optimal time to chew clove is in the morning, before you've had anything to eat. This simple act serves as a powerful kickstart for your circulation, sharpening your focus and providing a calm, sustained energy boost without the jitters or eventual crash associated with caffeine. Think of it as gently waking up your internal systems, preparing them for the day ahead. Some of my patients have found it particularly beneficial to use clove before light exercise, such as a morning walk or even before intimate moments, reporting that it helps them feel clearer, more connected, and physically ready. It's like a natural pre-workout or a gentle nudge for your body to be fully present. I often tell my patients to think of it like brushing their teeth, but instead of just cleansing your mouth, you're also cleansing and optimizing your blood vessels and hormone balance. The beauty of this method is that it's not artificial stimulation that spikes your heart rate and then leaves you feeling depleted. Instead, it activates your body's natural energy mechanisms, sending a gentle yet profound signal to awaken, to open, and to recover. It's about working with your body, not against it. Have you ever considered a natural way to boost your morning without relying on that cup of coffee? This could be your answer. Now, let's address a silent enemy that, in my clinical experience, quietly drains the strength, passion, and confidence from far too many individuals, particularly as they age. Chronic stress. It's easy dizziness. Many patients will tell me, "Oh, Dr. Clark, I'm fine. Life's okay." But what they often don't realize is that the seemingly minor daily stresses, the work pressure, the mounting bills, the family concerns, even subtle health anxieties, they all accumulate. They build up in your body like rust in a water pipe, slowly but surely corroding your internal systems. If left unchecked, this constant barrage of stress keeps your adrenal glands in overdrive, relentlessly pumping out cortisol. In small acute doses, cortisol is incredibly helpful. It's our body's natural alarm system, essential for responding to danger. But when cortisol remains elevated day after day, month after month, it becomes toxic. This chronic elevation actively suppresses testosterone production, narrows your blood vessels, wreaks havoc on your sleep architecture, and ultimately crushes your drive, your confidence, and your courage. The result? Far too many men and women in their 60s and beyond walk through their days feeling empty, exhausted, and emotionally numb. It's not because they're simply old. It's because they are unknowingly overdosing on cortisol. Have you felt that persistent undercurrent of tension, even when there's no immediate crisis? That's chronic stress at work. This is precisely where Clove steps in, offering a natural and gentle way to neutralize the pervasive effects of chronic stress. Remember that second key compound I mentioned earlier, beta-caryophyllene? This remarkable natural molecule has a unique ability to bind to specific receptors in the brain, the cannabinoid receptors, to be precise, which play a crucial role in regulating mood, anxiety, and the overall nervous system. In simple terms, beta-caryophyllene gently communicates to your body, sending a clear message: you're safe now. You can relax. Just minutes after chewing a clove, many of my patients report a distinct feeling of lightness in their chest, a noticeable increase in mental clarity, almost as if a heavy weight has been lifted from their shoulders. That's your nervous system responding, shifting from a state of hypervigilance to one of calm. As this happens, cortisol levels begin to drop, creating the physiological space for testosterone to finally rise again, naturally, steadily, and without any artificial stimulation. Imagine waking up each morning without that familiar brain fog, moving through your day with a calm, clear mind, not easily triggered or emotionally drained by every challenge that comes your way. This isn't some far-fetched fantasy. It's your biology returning to its natural state of balance. And it all begins with those intentional 60 seconds of chewing clove each day. Those 60 seconds of clove chewing aren't just a simple habit. They are your daily trigger to restart your body's natural cycles of repair and rejuvenation. But the profound benefits of clove extend far beyond stress relief and improved circulation. There's another vital pillar of health that, in my clinical observations, far too many people often overlook. Despite its foundational importance, deep, quality sleep. It truly is pointless to meticulously eat healthy, to exercise regularly, or to invest in expensive supplements if your sleep is consistently a mess. Without adequate restorative sleep, your testosterone levels will stubbornly remain low. Your energy will keep crashing throughout the day. And your blood flow, no matter how much you try to improve it, will never reach its full potential. Your body produces its peak levels of testosterone during the deepest phases of non-REM sleep. This is also the critical window when your brain actively clears out metabolic toxins. Your muscles are repaired from the day's activities, and your hormones are meticulously reset for the next day. If you frequently wake up in the middle of the night, or find yourself lying restless in bed until the early hours of dawn, you're missing out on that crucial recovery window. And once again, clove can offer significant assistance. The synergistic combination of eugenol and beta-caryophyllene found in clove works powerfully to calm overactive nerves, gently lower blood pressure, and quiet those racing thoughts that often plague us when we try to sleep, making it considerably easier to fall asleep and, crucially, to stay asleep through the night. I've had numerous male patients who began chewing clove before bed report deeper, far more restful sleep. Some have even rediscovered the vividness of their dreams, a clear and undeniable sign that they are entering the true, deep stages of sleep that are so vital for recovery. And it's not uncommon for them to wake up with that familiar, invigorating morning flag, a clear sign of healthy circulation and hormonal balance that had long disappeared. This isn't mere coincidence. It's a direct signal from your body. Your testosterone is rising, your circulation is improving, and your body is actively healing and regenerating from within. It's a testament to how small, consistent actions can lead to profound systemic changes. Have you been struggling with sleep, feeling like your mind won't quiet down at night? This simple ritual could be the key to unlocking the restorative. RestYourBodyCraves.now. You may be wondering, if I truly commit to this routine, what will I feel? When can I realistically expect to notice a difference? Let me share with you what I call the Clove timeline, based on the real experiences of dozens of my patients over the years. In the first 7 days, most individuals begin to feel something. Subtle yet undeniably real. Often, there's a gentle warmth that spreads through the chest or lower abdomen after each chewing session. A sensation of increased circulation. Their minds feel just a bit clearer. The mental fog that often accompanies aging starting to lift. You might even notice a small new surge of motivation, a desire to move your body, take a walk, or finally tackle those tasks you've been putting off. Sleep quality, even in this short time frame, begins to show signs of improvement. That usual post-lunch drowsiness, the energy slump that many seniors experience, starts to fade. Most importantly, patients report waking up feeling more whole, with a sustained energy that lasts throughout the day, rather than just a fleeting morning burst. For men, some even notice a return of morning arousal, a clear and encouraging sign of deeper, more restorative sleep and strengthening testosterone levels. It's not a dramatic overnight transformation, but a gentle, undeniable shift towards greater well-being. As you continue with the clove chewing method, reaching the 14-day mark, the changes often become more pronounced and undeniable. The improved circulation, fueled by eugenol's vasodilating effects, becomes more evident. You might find your extremities feeling warmer, your skin having a healthier glow, and a general sense of improved blood flow throughout your body. The rising hormone activity, particularly testosterone, starts to translate into more consistent energy levels, a sharper mental acuity, and a renewed sense of vigor. Patients often report feeling more present in their daily interactions, less distracted by fatigue or brain fog. This isn't just about physical energy. It's about a holistic revitalization. I recall a patient, Mrs. Davies, who had been struggling with persistent cold hands and feet despite no underlying circulatory disease. After 2 weeks of consistent clove use, she excitedly reported, "Dr. Clark, my hands are warm for the first time in years, and I feel like I can think more clearly." This is the power of consistent, natural support for your body's intrinsic systems stopped by the 30-day mark. The changes are, for many, impossible to ignore. This is often when patients come back to me, eyes bright, exclaiming, "Doc, it feels like a switch in my body finally turned back on." For men, morning erections become more consistent and robust, a testament to significantly improved blood flow and balanced hormones. Energy levels sustain throughout the entire day, and that old, persistent fatigue that once weighed them down begins to truly disappear. It's not just about feeling less tired. It's about feeling truly alive again. Even their partners often begin to notice the positive difference. A renewed spark, a greater engagement, a more vibrant presence. And none of this, mind you, came from expensive pills, injections, or complicated therapies. It stemmed from a simple, consistent daily habit of mindfully chewing a small spice. Remember, this isn't instant magic. This is natural science that works with your body, not against it. It only delivers these profound benefits if you stay consistent and disciplined. It's a commitment to your own well-being, a daily ritual that compounds over time to create a healthier, more vibrant you. Now, let me share with you one rarely discussed truth, a critical piece of the puzzle that many general doctors, surprisingly, forget to ask about, even though it significantly impacts your overall circulation, your heart health, and yes, even your erectile function. Here's my question for you. How healthy are your mouth and gums? Don't be surprised by this. This part of your body, often taken for granted, can become a silent entry point for systemic inflammation throughout your entire system. I've had countless men come to me complaining, "Doc, I feel tired all the time. I've lost my drive. My erections are weak." Yet, after a thorough examination, I find no overt signs of heart disease, no severe diabetes, and their cholesterol levels are perfectly normal. So I then ask them, "How's your gum health?" And 9 out of 10 times, they sheepishly admit that. Their gums sometimes bleed when they brush, or they've had minor recurring infections. That, my friends, is often the hidden problem. If your gums bleed easily, or if bacteria are allowed to fester between your teeth and under your gum line, they don't stay confined to your mouth. They can leak directly into your bloodstream, triggering a cascade of internal inflammation that causes your blood vessels to corrode from the inside, much like an old, rusty pipe. The pressure in your circulatory system might be high, but the flow is severely blocked, especially to the areas that need smooth, unimpeded blood flow the most, your vital organs, and yes, your intimate areas. If your gums are unhealthy, your erections will suffer. Period. It's a direct connection that cannot be overstated. This is precisely where clove steps in. Not just as a spice for your kitchen, but as your natural oral guardian. Clove oil is, without exaggeration, one of the strongest natural antiseptics known to humanity. For centuries, it has been revered and utilized across cures to treat infections, provide remarkable relief from tooth pain, and effectively sanitize the mouth. When you chew whole cloves, you're not merely ingesting a supplement. You're actively engaging in a powerful oral cleansing ritual. The eugenol-rich oil, released with each mindful chew, instantly works its way through the intricate landscape of your teeth, gums, and tongue. It actively cleans out harmful bacteria, calms localized inflammation, and, crucially, prevents small infections from spreading into your bloodstream. Many of my patients have reported that after just 1 week of consistent clove chewing, their breath smells noticeably fresher, their gums feel remarkably cleaner, and any instances of bleeding during brushing are significantly reduced. But the true profound benefit runs far deeper than just oral hygiene. That dangerous bacterial channel. The pathway from an unhealthy mouth to your vital bloodstream is effectively shut off. As a direct consequence, systemic circulation improves dramatically, and your vital organs, which may have been starved of optimal nourishment due to inflammatory blockages, begin to receive the life-giving blood they were missing. This isn't just about maintaining a pretty smile. It's about actively protecting your hearts, safeguarding your brain, and powerfully enhancing your bedroom performance. And the best part, you don't need harsh mouthwashes or synthetic chemicals to achieve these results. Just chew clove. It's that simple and that effective. Now, you may be asking, if this method works so profoundly, how do I ensure these benefits last? How do I keep from sliding back to the way things were? The key, my friends, is beautifully simple. Make this a lifelong habit. Consistency is the bedrock of lasting health. I always share 3 golden rules with my patients to help them integrate this powerful practice into their daily lives. First, chewing clove must become a non-negotiable routine, just as important and ingrained as brushing your teeth twice a day. To help solidify this habit, set a daily reminder on your phone and keep a small, easily accessible container of whole cloves in strategic locations, perhaps in your bathroom cabinet, in your car, or on your bedside drawer. Make it impossible to forget. Second, move your body every single day. It doesn't have to be an intense, grueling workout. Even a brisk 20-minute walk, choosing to climb the stairs instead of taking the elevator, or engaging in gentle stretching will make a profound difference. Regular movement helps keep your blood vessels flexible, active, and responsive, complementing the work that clove does. Think of it as keeping the pipes clear and pliable from the outside, while clove works from the inside. Third, and this is absolutely critical for overall vitality, protect your sleep as if your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Our modern world, with its constant stimulation, often sabotages our natural sleep cycles. To create an optimal sleep environment, make it a firm rule to turn off your phone, tablet, or television at least 1 hour before you intend to go to bed. The blue light emitted from these devices disrupts your body's natural production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, cool, dark, and quiet. And here's where the clove chewing method comes full circle. Use it before sleep. As we discussed, the beta-caryophyllene in clove helps to calm your nervous system and lower cortisol, preparing your body and mind for the deep, restorative sleep necessary for your hormones to reset the way they're naturally meant to at night. Because the ultimate goal isn't just stronger erections, deeper sleep, or lower stress and isolation. It's about feeling fully alive again, waking up with genuine energy, being truly present and engaged with your family and loved ones, and moving through your day without complaint, without that nagging sense of fatigue or mental fogginess. For countless men and women over 60, embracing this simple ritual means actively rewriting an old, pervasive story. The one that falsely dictates that aging inevitably equals weakness, lost desire, or a dead sex life. That story, I assure you, is simply not true. What's the proof? Just 1 small clove, chewed each day with intention and consistency, can send a powerful signal to your body, demonstrating that it is still ready to rise, still capable of vibrant health, if only given the right command. Now let's briefly recap everything you've learned today, bringing it all together. You now understand the real physiological reasons why your energy, your vitality, and perhaps even your intimacy may have been fading after age 60. It's not because you're weak. It's not because it's too late. It's because your body has simply been missing the right natural signal to activate its inherent healing and regenerative capabilities. And today you've discovered that tiny yet powerful trigger, a simple spice called clove, inside its unassuming form. Clove holds two natural powerhouses, eugenol and beta-caryophyllene. This dynamic duo works synergistically to help open and relax blood vessels, reduce the damaging effects of chronic stress, cleanse your mouth of harmful bacteria, calm your nervous system, balance your crucial hormones, and stimulate your natural testosterone production. No expensive blue pills, no gimmicks, no shame, just 60 seconds of mindful chewing each day. And what happens? Your blood circulation comes alive again. Your sleep becomes truly restful. Your natural desire returns. And you once again feel fully present and engaged at home, at work, and yes, most certainly in the bedroom. You've already seen the real-world timeline, the tangible progress that so many of my patients have experienced. By day 7, you'll likely feel a subtle but undeniable warmth in your body, a clearer mind, and the beginnings of deeper, more refreshing sleep. By day 14, the improvements in circulation become more pronounced. Hormone activity starts to noticeably rise, and you'll experience sharper, more sustained energy throughout your day. And by day 30, for many, the full performance returns. That natural desire feels strong again, confidence is restored, and a sense of vibrant well-being permeates every aspect of your life. This isn't just theory or wishful thinking. These are the real stories from men and women who are willing to be patient, consistent, and trust the profound power of natural healing that lies within their own bodies. I recall a patient, a retired school teacher named Mr. Johnson, who initially scoffed at the idea of a spice making a difference. After 30 days, he came back to me with a twinkle in his eye, saying, "Dr. Clark, I'm sleeping like a baby, and my morning walks feel like I'm 20 years younger." My wife even asked what my secret was. It's these kinds of transformations that reaffirm my belief in the body's incredible capacity to heal. Now, the choice, my friends, is entirely yours. You can close this page, return to your old routine, and hope that things will somehow miraculously improve on their own. But the truth, as I've witnessed countless times in my practice, is that they rarely do. Or you can choose to take your very first step tonight, a step towards reclaiming the vitality that is your birthright. What is that step? It's simple, yet profound. Go to your kitchen, find 2 whole cloves. Hold them in your hand for a moment. As you do, say to yourself with intention, "This isn't just a spice. This is a signal, a sign that my body is ready to rise again, ready to heal, ready to thrive." Then chew slowly, mindfully for the 60 seconds. Breathe deeply as the spicy oil cleanses your mouth, opens your blood vessels, and calms your mind. Allow your body to respond, because trust me, your body always wants to heal. It just needs the right command, the right signal. This method isn't magic, and there are no shortcuts. What there is, however, is a small, consistent ritual filled with intention. Each chew is a message you send to your own physiology. Wake up again, recover again, come back to life. And from this seemingly small ritual, the bigger, life-altering changes will spread to every corner of your existence. Better circulation, deeper, more restorative sleep, more balanced hormones, clearer thoughts, and the rekindled intimacy that enriches your relationships. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. Men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who once thought it was all over, rising again, telling me, "Doc, it feels like I got my body back." And the good news, as I've mentioned, this isn't just for men. Many of my female patients have embraced this method too, especially before bed. finding it profoundly effective for calming their minds, bringing balance back to their emotions, and achieving deeper, more peaceful sleep. So, if you're still here listening to my words, I believe it means you're ready. Ready to stop surrendering to the old, false story that aging means weakness. Ready to stop waiting for a miracle from expensive pills that often only mask the symptoms. And most importantly, ready to start empowering your body using the most natural, safest, and simplest way possible. Now, do this. Find a clove, hold it in your hand, chew it for 60 seconds, feel it. Repeat tomorrow and the day after, and again. If you're truly committed to this journey of reclaiming your vitality, type "I'm ready" in the comments below. Because by doing that, you're not just making a promise to me, you're rewriting your life story. A story that says life after 60 isn't the end. It's a powerful, vibrant turning point. And if you found this message helpful, don't forget to click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and follow my natural health tips. I'm Dr. Robert Clark, and this is Healthy Golden Years, a space for men and women who want to live younger, healthier, and more confidently in their golden years. You already have the strength. You already have the tools. Now there's just one thing left to do. Chew, heal, live,